Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Many times we wonder whether we are in the right career or we are not in the right career, whether we have chosen the appropriate line of work for us or not. And sometimes we try out different things, sometimes they work for us, sometimes they don't work for us. And then the question rages, like fire in our mind that am I in the right profession? Am I doing the things that I'm meant to do? And how do we choose a career? Normally we go with what we are good at school, then how our parents guide us, what our teachers, then maybe career counselors tell us. And if we think we are good at that, then we pick that up because we want to be successful. And we see those things which we think we are good at, we take them up and we pursue them as our careers. Sometimes it could be that we force ourselves into careers because we think that the world wants such people. So a lot of people I know took up technology or went into engineering, like a lot of people in India do, just because they feel that engineering is a much better option than a lot of other professions, and it's a good qualification and opens a lot of doors. And so sometimes even when the aptitude is not of engineering, yet they force themselves into an engineering field, and then sometimes they struggle in their lives because they feel that they have not been given the right role basis their qualification. On the other hand, the industry feels that this person may be an engineer, however he is not employable because he or she doesn't have the requisite skills to perform in their industries. So whether you want to blame the education system, you want to blame the teachers or professors, whoever you want to blame. However, the end result is that this gentleman who did engineering may end up doing those kinds of roles which probably they never thought he may end up doing. I know of engineers, even B.Techs and M.Techs who are working in call centers, who are into marketing and research. And so it does happen that many times a qualification may be one, but we end up into something else. So it's very important to know not just what strengths have been given to us in terms of how we see what the external world wants, but also what strengths are given to us in terms of our horoscopes, what energies have been given to us, and where does most of our skills may give us the maximum success for, because we all want to be successful, and if it is something that we love to do, all the more better. So one thing which allows us to check and validate how others will see us, how others view strengths in us, how others see our personality, at the same time how others see what challenges we have, so that we can better put to use that reputation or those personality characteristics, how others see us. Then there is one way to approach that, and that is called the Arudha Lagna or Arudha Lagna. Now the Arudha Lagna is something which both the Gemini system as well as the Parashari system uses, and with some differences. However, I am not going to get into those differences, but I am going to talk about the basics from a Gemini system, how you see the Arudha Lagna. The Arudha Lagna, to find out, is very, very simple. You just check how many houses does the Lagna Lord sit away from the Lagna. Say for example, if Mars is your Lagna Lord of Aries ascendant, then if Mars is going into the second house in Taurus, then you need to just count another house from where Mars is sitting. So if Mars, being the ruler of Aries, is placed in Taurus, then one house away from Taurus, the second house to Taurus, is Gemini. So that becomes your Arudha Lagna. However, if Mars, being the Lagna Lord, goes into the fifth house in Leo, then you count 5 houses away from Leo. Then you get Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio and Sagittarius. So then the Arudha Lagna becomes that of Sagittarius. Then all you need to do is make Sagittarius as the Lagna and keep all the planets as it is they are in the Lagna in the respective signs itself. So even Mars rules Aries and Mars is in Leo, and then counting 5 houses away from Mars to identify the Arudha Lagna, we end with Sagittarius. Then you make Sagittarius as the Lagna. And so where is Mars placed in the birth horoscope? In Leo. So even in the Arudha Lagna, you will keep Mars in the Leo sign only, which means that now the Lagna will become that of Sagittarius and Mars will remain in Leo. And how many places away from Sagittarius is Leo? It is in the 9th house. So Leo, Mars will be now be seen in will remain in the sign of will remain in Leo, but now it will be seen in the 9th house with respect to Sagittarius Lagna, which is the Arudha Lagna. So that's how you see results from a Arudha Lagna from a placement perspective. But from a personality perspective and career perspective, how does the result manifest? So depending how you are calculating the results, how are you looking at the Lagna Lord, results may manifest differently. Say for example, instead of Aries, if Scorpio is the Lagna and Mars goes into the 4th house. For a Scorpio ascendant native, the 4th house is Aquarius. Then because Mars is placed 4 houses away from the ascendant, which is Scorpio, then from Mars's placement you count further 4 houses. Then you end up with 4th house being Aquarius, so you start from there. So Aquarius, Pisces, Aries and Taurus. So now Taurus becomes the Arudha Lagna, and when you convert the Arudha Lagna, the Taurus sign into the Arudha Lagna, then you will find that automatically now by virtue of Taurus becoming the Arudha Lagna, Mars then goes into the 10th house in the horoscope. So that's how you look at the results. But what is important is, now while Mars has gone into the 10th house in the Arudha Lagna, which is the Arudha Lagna Lord? The Arudha Lagna Lord, because of it being Taurus now, the Arudha Lagna being Taurus, you need to see where Venus is. Now in this particular example, we can see that Venus is the Arudha Lagna Lord, which is Taurus's Lord, and placed in Taurus itself. So here, this is a very powerful sign. But we also see where does the 10th Lord of the birth Lagna is placed. The 10th Lord for the Scorpio Lagna is Leo, and its Lord is Sun. Where is Sun placed? In this example, we can see that Sun is placed in Taurus in the Arudha Lagna. So then you manifest result as a combination of where the Arudha Lagna Lord is and where the 10th Lord of the birth horoscope is. So because the 10th Lord of the birth horoscope, which is Sun, by account of ruling the 10th house in the birth horoscope of Leo, and Sun is placed in Taurus, and with the Arudha Lagna Lord Venus, this is an extremely strong placement. Now what does this placement mean? This placement means that the person whose Arudha Lagna this is, that person's by virtue of Venus also ruling the 6th house in the new Taurus, being the Arudha Lagna, and placed in the Lagna, means the reputation of this person will be strongly linked to service and how he comes across in serving others. So this person will come across or be successful or have the personality of somebody who may have a service of serving people of either the opposite gender, or in products related to the opposite gender, or in products related to food or luxury items. Some service that the person does in terms of either producing products or giving service in the line of Venus, or all things related to Venus. Second, because the 10th Lord of the birth horoscope, which is Sun, is placed in the Lagna, in the Arudha Lagna, this means the person's reputation will also shine because of this. The person will do extremely well in life because of the 10th Lord of the birth horoscope going into the Arudha Lagna itself. And so this is a strong placement of both your career as well as your personality shining by virtue of taking your career in the line of what the Arudha Lagna Lord is saying and the 10th Lord is saying. So one should look into details of where your Arudha Lagna is, where is your Arudha Lagna Lord placed, where is the 10th Lord of your birth horoscope placed in the Arudha Lagna, how many places it is away from the Lagna, and calculating that, you should be able to manifest results. If one sees that more benefic planets get involved in the Kendra or in the Trikona houses, the Kendra houses are 1, 4, 7 and 10, while the Trikona houses are 5 and 9. So if there are more benefics placed in the Arudha Lagna, in the Kendra houses and the Trikona houses, then the reputation of the person will also be better. He will be seen as somebody who is good, he will be respected, he will be loved, and people may look up to him. However, if there are more malefics which go either in the Kendra house or in the Trine houses or the Trikona houses, then there will definitely be some challenges that the person faces in his life because of more malefics placed in the Arudha Lagna. If you see celebrities, when we look at them on screen, especially when related to movies or films, then we see that there may be a lot of people who may be playing very good characters on the screen, and they portray characters who have integrity, honesty, and they are somebody who are also chivalrous or who respect others, who are more humane. However, these people who play the heroes on screen in real life may always not be able to carry the same reputation because of their actions being different. On the other hand, there may be a lot of people who play villains or villainous characters in movies on screen, and we assume that those people may also not be very good people in real life. However, the opposite is true many times, and so generally we hear news of the heroes on screen being the villains in real life rather than the other way around. So how do we manifest the results of the Arudha Lagna? First, find out where your Lagna Lord is placed, in which house. The same number of houses you calculate and make that particular house your Arudha Lagna. Then see where is that Arudha Lagna Lord placed and where is the 10th Lord of your birth horoscope placed. Looking at the combination of these two, you can come out with results. If the Arudha Lagna Lord and the 10th Lord of the birth horoscope are sharing energy, this is a sign of a fantastic career where both of them are in tandem. If the respective planets are, say for example, Saturn and Mars, then you can be somebody who is an engineer and who invents something of great consequence, of great service to others and great benefit to others as well. You can be in a manufacturing field, you can also be in a field related to those things where you are related to armed forces, and you may be a serving officer, and you may grow slowly because of Saturn involved. You may grow slowly into the career, but you will have very good and stable results. On the other hand, if you have Jupiter and Moon involved, then you may have a career related to the fine arts, or as a consultant, or as a teacher, or even in technology. If Mercury, Moon, or Mercury and Jupiter get involved, with Mercury and Rahu or with Mercury and Sun, you may have a leadership position. You may be in politics, you can do extremely well in technology as well, and you can also do very, very well in food industry if Venus also gets involved. Venus with Jupiter, Venus with Sun can give you fantastic results in achieving the heights as an industrialist or in business. If the 7th Lord of the Arudha Lagna also gets involved or shares energy, then in business somebody can do very, very well and have a reputation of a businessman, of an industrialist, and somebody who has risen sheer through hard work and enterprise. So friends, this is my analysis of what the Arudha Lagna is and how you analyze your Arudha Lagna and how you manifest results, how you may choose your career accordingly, and how your reputation could be based on how your Arudha Lagna planets are placed. So based on that, you need to work hard. If there are any tendencies that the Arudha Lagna is showing you that the personality that you are that you want in front of the world may not be the one that you are actually portraying, then you need to work hard. If more malefics are involved in the Arudha Lagna in the Kendra houses like Saturn, Ketu, Rahu, Sun or Mars, then you will have to work harder on your reputation. You will have to build your reputation, your friendships, your connections, your network, so that the world sees you as somebody who is more respectable and who can be loved and cared for more, and use that to also move in the direction of where Arudha Lagna is showing you in terms of promise of career success, and take that up and use that for better success and prosperity. So friends, this is my analysis for the Arudha Lagna. Please like my video, please share this video, and please reach out to me if you want a personal analysis for your own horoscope. Until we meet some other time, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.